Good morning, guys. Ricky here with the Backpacking Scouter. Getting a little bit of a draggy kind of start to the morning. I think I finally slept better than I have 3 weeks out on the trail last night. I don't know if it was that we had a good flat surface or had the river next to us or what, but I knocked out about 9 o'clock, and even though I had my alarm set on my watch for 5:30, didn't wake up till 6. I don't even remember the alarm. I don't even remember waking up much at all last night, which is not necessarily normal, considering most every night since we've been on the trail I always at least toss and turn a little bit and wake up some. But great night's sleep. So we're getting started now. Starting to climb the hill here. We're going to finish up segment 24 this morning. Like I mentioned yesterday, we're going to stop at Molas Lake Campground. They do an awesome service for the thru-hikers and stuff, and allow people to ship resupply boxes there, which is what I did. So we're going to stop there, pick up our last 3 days of meals, charge a few of our devices, maybe eat and indulge in some of their store food, and then get back on the trail today. We're gonna still try to put some miles on today. We should hit segment 25 shortly after we leave Molas Lake, and see what we end up getting done today. So we'll see what this part of the Colorado Trail has to offer us. But outside of that, we'll see you guys on the trail. Alright, so I promised I'd show you guys a little bit about what our resupply would look like. So we're sitting here today, just opened up the box, and here's one of our meals. So basically, when I would have my wife send the box, I would put out one big bag, and each bag is supposed to have a day's worth of food for each of us. So here you'll see we've got basically our dinners, mine and Ian's dinners, some breakfast, some oatmeal, a bunch of snacks, trail foods. That can either be part of breakfast or it can be part of the trail as we go along, or part of lunch or other things. And then typically we do tuna and crackers for lunch, some trail mix for snacks along the way as well, and even some assorted fruits, flavor snacks, and then some packets for our drinks. Basically, that's 1 day's worth of food that we have. And so now we've got 3 days here that we're going to be going through and resupplying our bear bags and getting everything ready to get back on the trail. guys, as you can see, we're not at camp yet. With our stop that we decided to make today, which was so well worth it, we stopped at the Molas Lake Camp store, which is a pretty cool little place. Nothing too fancy, you know, not as, they haven't gone all out like Twin Lakes has done for hikers, but they still do a good bit. They got a little bitty store there. You can't really resupply your own food. There's not really enough choices for that there. But there are tons of like yummy snacks, and they got a lot of some microwavable burritos and some ice cream and just all kinds of little chocolate goodies. And man, I tore down 2 Powerades. God, those tasted so good. But yeah, just some good stuff to kind of lift your spirits. It's not camp or trail food. But we hung out there for about 2 hours, charged up some of our devices, and just kind of lounged about there for a little while, which was cool. We ended up right at the end, as we were stretching and getting ready to get back on the trail, run into our good friend Bad Habit. Hadn't seen him in probably 5 or 6 days, so that was super cool to get to see him. Maybe he'll cross up and catch us later on. I know they were already 10 miles into their day, whereas we were only 4 when we hit the store. So we decided to go ahead and still make it a good 19 plus mile day. I think by the time we get to camp, we'll be sitting somewhere around 19. But very interesting day for us. We definitely, both of us are sporting some sore ankles from all the downhill yesterday. Like I said, that was just pretty brutal. So, you know, did a lot of massaging of the ankles yesterday, but still pretty sore today. So we just decided to take a kind of slow pace and just kind of take our time as we were, you know, making the trail. So, and plus we knew we'd lost a couple hours for being there. So we really didn't want to set too big of a goal, but we didn't want to lose a lot of the momentum that we'd gained already. So a lot of the climbing today, we had probably 7-9 miles of climbing up segment 25. We got onto that one today. Beautiful, absolutely just gorgeous. The valleys that you get to come in, and you cross out of one and into another. It's just absolutely beautiful up here. You definitely have to witness this. You know, even if you just go out and do segment hikes, you know, you have to come out and see some of these trails. They're just magnificent. But before it's all said and done, I think today we'll have about 4,500 foot of climbing. So still a decent day of elevation gain. Now we're kind of on the downhill, trying to find a spot to get camp. Once we get kind of into the trees, we'll probably hit camp, which will probably be about 7 o'clock or so tonight, which, because it's going to be so late, I just decided to go ahead and close this out while we were on the trail so that I could focus on getting camp chores done when we got to camp and get some food in me and get some rest so that we can get started again tomorrow. But yeah, today's closing out day 20. Been a marvelous and amazing day. Hope you guys enjoyed all the awesome views as much as we did. Probably not as much as we did, but been an awesome thing. So outside of all that, hope you guys have a great day. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy watching what we've got going on, and you'll get notifications for the next videos. We'll see you guys tomorrow.